So far we've talked about green and yellow, but we haven't talked about red yet. So today we need to talk about red. Okay, this isn't the explosive kind of like door slamming, yelling, eruptive kind of red. This is the quiet kind of red. You see, I used to be a high school teacher, so I would see this in the hallway all the time. This is a teenager with her hoodie put up, the hood there, falling asleep at the desk, and they kind of look like they just don't care. That typical teenager look. But that's not what this is. This is not the disruptive kind. It's not causing trouble. They're just gone. You see, this is a nervous system that's gone past overwhelm, and they're disassociated. They've shut down. They've numbed out. And it's got nothing to do with just staying up too late. So once you train your eye to notice in others and in yourself, you can't unsee it. This isn't about laziness. This isn't about not caring or being rude or disrespectful. This is about a lack of capacity and the nervous system just hitting its max. It's a protective mechanism, okay? And if you like fancy terms, it's called dorsal vagal shutdown in the polyvagal theory. It's the idea that you've escalated too far up the ladder and you've been in yellow for far too long and you've been hovering in anxiety and overwhelm and you can't take it. So we just have to kind of pull the hood over and turtle in and protect ourselves. It's a different kind of red, right? This is definitely about protection, and it's the highest rung of the stress ladder that we want to avoid. You cannot thrive when you're in red. It's barely surviving. So I'm sharing this with you today so you can notice the signals in yourself and in someone else, right? It's that disconnection, it's depletion, it's having nothing left in the tank anymore. It's when stress has gone too long and we can't even fight or flight. We just freeze and numb out to protect ourselves. Okay, adults do this too. So I want you to pay attention to yourself, your loved ones, your colleagues. Okay, red looks like the mom who pushes all day and then comes home, collapses on the couch, checking out with wine and Netflix or doom scrolling or whatever, just to not feel. Okay, this looks like the friend, you're calling them up, hey bro, you want to go out tonight? And they say no, maybe next time, every single time. They can't bear the thought of leaving the house. It's the colleague that does the bare minimum over and over. And everybody else is chattering about, oh my God, we're always picking up the slack. That guy's so lazy. We should just can him. It's not because of laziness. It's because of no capacity left, no gas left in the tank. On a team, it looks like resentment building, closed doors, inability to connect, converse, have empathy, right? The projects are piling up. There's no creativity left and there's no trust on the team. Red is not where anybody wants to be. And I tell you today so that you can watch out for it. The more time you spend in yellow, the easier it is to spill over into red, okay? Frustration, all of this is the yellow zone. This is when it's tipped the scales, okay? It's not about being unmotivated. It's about shutting down, numbing out, being depleted. Okay, this is the territory where burnout thrives, where people just can't take another step forward, right? Where disconnection deepens, where relationships get harder, where if it goes on long enough, the motivation can really suffer, soak into the job and the production, okay? And what most people miss is that red doesn't happen overnight, right? It's a slow accumulation of yellow being normalized for far too long. Constant stress, constant pushing, constant overriding of your needs. When you live in fight or flight long enough, the system eventually crashes and shuts down. Okay, red is just a few steps past that constant yellow. And it's so much harder to come back to green when you're there. So I share this so that you can pay attention. Catching yellow early really, really matters. Okay, let me ask you, are you just tired? Or are you shut down? There's a difference. And they're not anywhere close to being the same thing. Knowing the difference helps you decide what you need to do next. I invite you to go back to watch my earlier Spotlight series for some small things that you can do to intervene and bring yourself out of yellow to green more often, because you want to get as far away from that red step as possible. And if this resonates for you and you want support making green your new baseline, that's exactly what we do inside the Green Zone Reset membership. Get the link in the comments.